The TV said I'm live. I'm just checking. Make sure I'm not Memorex. It's Long Live Coins, art collector. yeah, I just saw you over at Tuli's messing around with Tuli. Tuli. So I started off a little bit early because I saw a couple people in here. Thank you very much, Long Live Coins, for being here. Art, Finn, and everyone else will be coming back shortly. I'm sure of that, along with a whole bunch of other people. Let's buy some silver and some, and you too can have cats crawling out of you. What's up, Snakebite? I know, I hear you. See, he gets up here and has chats with me. What's up, Constitutional? I know, I started a little bit early. I saw a whole bunch of people waiting. and Mike's weren't leaving me alone anyhow, so I said, fuck it. Might as well start a little early. And as you can see, I got the wart on my neck. This one doesn't mind smoke, so I can't chase him off by smoking pot. He's like, I don't care. I'm staying here. I like it up here. You like it up here? Still don't. I don't have a name for this one. He's got like two ear colors, the same and the same on the back, and he's got one spot. I still have a name for him. One hasn't come to me yet. He's a sweetheart, though, as you can tell. What's up, Art? The White Knight. I was calling him White, so yeah, White Knight would work. You want to be called the White Knight? Hey, what do you think of that? You like the White Knight? I'll start calling him the White Knight. Like that? Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Yeah, that's a good boy. So, yeah, I was over, obviously, Long Live Coins knows this. Me and a couple other guys, Tully was just doing like a practice live to try and get the StreamYard thing going. And me and a couple other guys hopped in there and started messing with her and getting her to do her first live auction on ad-lib, not even wanting to do it. It was fun, man. I just came in there and said, let's do this now. Come on. And she's like, okay, let's go. That's what a live is, man. It's like spot on. Yeah, it was fun. It was very fun. And a lot of good things occurred. She got rid of stuff that she was going to remelt and waste her time on why? So we also built up her confidence in what she does too. So it was great. Yeah, I had fun messing with her. Almost as much fun as these guys have messing with me, using me as a kitty. Ah, there she is. We were just talking about you. You see my my wart. What's up, Jake? I wouldn't be surprised if Sal or even possibly Yankee were to stop by, or it'd be nice. I doubt Ninja would ever stop by. He's very busy. That'd be cool if he did. I know a Million Restaurant Tips stops by. So I see this is where all the cool kids come to play, huh? I appreciate everyone coming here this Sunday. Yeah, I get his notifications every now and then. Stop by, buy silver and platinum. I like them all. We got to support each other as the world starts going more crazy, because we can all advance and benefit from each other's connections and knowledge that we can freely give. and have a good time doing it, and spread happiness, joy, peace, prosperity, love, happiness, all that crap. Be kind, hopeful, grateful. And if we all practice that, man, it'll be like depression. What depression, man? It'll be like nothing happened because we're all making new connections, we're all having a good time, dealing with each other, helping each other. There is no depression if you have that. There's no well, there is a recession. There can be hyperinflation, but it's all a lot better if everyone's all he's comfy until his brother comes up on this shoulder and they start fighting. Then they fall off and I get some scratches on my back. That's why I wear this heavy stuff. So it saves my flesh. I actually have a nice wound on my arm from one that tried to hold on as he was falling, and he was able to hold on to my bare flesh and swing a little bit, and he fell. What's happening in Shanghai? Hey, what's up, Alan? Jake, what's happening in Shanghai? Do I need to Google what's happening in Shanghai, or are you going to tell me? You're not typing fast enough. You're not typing as fast as I can talk, Jake. Now, there you go. I knew someone was going to trigger it. Everyone's going to be wanting to buy gold. Typical psychology of human nature. It's at its all-time high, setting a new all-time high. And everyone's going to start buying it at its all-time high. And in 6 months or so, when it drops back down below its all-time high, everyone's going to be upset. Well, I thought at 2152. Right now, you should be seeing this and congratulating it for being its all-new high, all-time high. That's great. Because if silver and platinum are well under 50% of their all-time highs, that's the play. Let everyone jump into gold. Yeah, gold might go up to 25, 24, 26. Okay, here you go, ND22. I'm not interested in palladium. I would wait, because the longer you wait, the price is going down. This year is the first year the American Mint minted a palladium 1 ounce American Eagle. I would get that one. Hey, William. Yeah, I see there's this brother. I don't know if you can see his brother. He's climbing on my back right now, trying to get up there, fucking with him. Yeah, if I were to get a palladium, this is the year I'd get it, because they made, and any American Eagle is legal tender at its spot price. So palladium now is considered legal tender in American Eagle form, and whatever spot price is, it holds that value. So legally. So yeah, like I said, I would, if I was going to get palladium, I would get the 1 ounce US Eagle palladium coin 2023. It would be interesting to have in the collection. See, there's his brother, and they're fighting. You see him on my shoulder, holding on. Say, hey, Dad, yeah, you make a great rock. You make a great treat. As I'm being fucking punctured, bleeding out on the ground. I'm just kidding. That's why I got the thick shirts on. Take these little two fools. Little one face planted it. Any platinum metal, a group's metals, it's a reflection of the true value of the metal. They say the premium, and that's another reason to buy platinum, and actually palladium, I guess, but platinum, not really palladium. I mean, for to have in your collection, 1 or 2 palladium would be nice. 100% premium? You mean it costs $2,000? Oh my God! Total manipulation. Total manipulation. When you see that shit, dude, manipulation. Total 100% manipulation. It's not real. I'd actually stay. I would not give any financial advice. But if I were a financial advisor, which I am not, I'd say stay the fuck away from it. It's 100% premium, dude. That's the premium is a sign of the manipulation. It lets you know what the real price is, more in line with what people will pay. Not actually spot price. Spot price is always lower. No, I haven't looked into palladium, so I'm really not big on palladium. I don't know too much about it. Oh, cool! It's nice seeing. Now that's William. See, now that's a nice thing to know for numismatic value. Knowing what mint it is, how rare, how few coins that were made. And like say, U.S. Eagle at the D mint or whatever West Point mint is. I know it's not D. Even though the lower numbers are on the East Coast, it's Philadelphia and New York and all those mints being over there being A, B, C, D, and all that. I don't think they're D, but yeah, it's nice to know that they only make them at the West Point Mint, which, by the way, is where they supposedly store the gold nowadays. Yeah, it'll be nice to see, Jake, what happens with the gold price tomorrow, and if because right now, if other countries are throwing up the silver and gold price that high, that kind of takes it out of the hands of the manipulators and kind of gives a short period of time of what's known as arbitration, which means you can take money from here, buy a product, ship it there, and resell that product and make a hell of a lot of money. And you can do that on paper with gold and silver right now down in these countries that have outrageously high arbitrage. That's what it's called. Arbitrage. Yeah, whatever word I said, I had too much smoking pot. But yeah, it's arbitrage. Thank you very much, Wealth of Nations. Yeah, they are going to re-dollarize because if you consider it, they were like, what, 140% inflation. So I have to jump on. I mean, I could see where a lot of countries would want to jump on the dollar and use it as their national currency comparative. This is where you got to step outside the box and don't look at it as American. Look at it from a geopolitical standpoint. Step outside, look at it and say, okay, what are they using now? How crappy is it? Well, the more crappy what they have now is, the better the dollar looks from their perspective. And it actually is in their economics. So that is a factor in our economics, and the dollar staying afloat and the Fed kicking the can down the road for a couple more years. Fed is experts at that. That much I do know. Hey, JM. You need to hook up with Tully and give her some advice on the StreamYard. If she's still here. I don't see where a whole bunch of them won't do that, William. It's beneficial for all of them. High inflation down there is off the hook. It's way off the hook. I'm still messing with you, Tully, but it's not live, so it doesn't work as good. Yeah, if JM, if you could hook up with Tully, she needs some tips and hints and tricks for the StreamYard that you have become very good at tutoring me on. Let's go BRICS. Yes, let's go BRICS. Another BRICS country is going to be starting a war of domination and control over its smaller neighbor for self-preservation and longevity. Costa Rica might be a nice place to go to. Have a great week, Snakebite. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Okay, there's one of you that did not hit the thumbs up because there's 12 people here and only 11 thumbs up. Oh, there you go. There you go, Tully. A little tutorial. And what I also do, Tully, is I go on Jay Lives while he's doing the StreamYard, and he gives me great advice while we're up there on how to like bring up charts and stuff from other tabs. Leave that little man alone. Oh my God, Dixie's so much bigger than little man. Right on, brother. Dixie, that's not your baby. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Yeah, he's a wealth of knowledge on that stuff. You hang out, talk with him on his live streams with the StreamYard. And they should keep adding new features. That's how they stay relevant. Or else everyone go back on a Facebook fucking FaceTime, whatever the hell that was they had a long time ago. 6 months ago. Don't get mad at me. You shouldn't pick on someone half your size, or a quarter your size. Well, I did find out something with all my interest of platinum in Central and South America. Colombia seems to have had a very, 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 very small placer platinum mine. It's supposedly already mined out or some shit like that. And that's how the conquistadors named platinum from down there, where there's no platinum now. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's quite all right. No reason to apologize for anything, man. I do little streams every now and then. I actually got very interested in Nambia, and then I realized that after I did the stream, I'm like, that's right, man. The South African military will still kill you for being on that open coastline and beach that they have that they call Skeleton Coast, because there are diamonds all over that sand. And they don't want the De Beers company to lose money and have people get diamonds off the shore by just picking them up. And it's disgusting what De Beers does, but they got the money, honey. It is a very interesting place. And actually, there's a way to get water they've developed in the past 15 years or so from, because it's called the Skeletal Coast, because 180 days of the year there's fog, and it goes straight from the Pacific to land in this South African continent, which one country above South Africa on the west coast is Namibia, and it's the oldest desert in the world. Is their whole coastline, which is longer than the state of Texas, is wide, and it's always been desert because of the way the geology is and geography of the world is. But it has 180 days of heavy fog, and that's why there's lots of shipwrecks there. And there's technology now where you can pull fresh water from fog, and a lot of it. So they could very easily change that coastline if anyone went down there and gave half a shit. You could make that a very nice country. But they don't have any deep water ports or any other crap because they're, again, the geology, it's a straight coastline. They don't have any coves or inlets or anything like that. That's where you can make, docks and shit like that for that. No, exactly. M22. They are neither rare nor valuable. I do know Williams asked, anyone got any insight in Singapore's economy? This is what I know about Singapore. Singapore is on the list along with Botswana of countries that were colonies that are now worth more than the countries that colonized them. So any African nation that says colonizers fucked them up is lying pieces of crap. It's their own people that are fucking them up, and they're still using colonialism as an excuse to keep raping their own people. Fog nets, yes, they are, William. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I actually don't care for diamonds because they're neither rare nor valuable. Exactly. They're false value. That's actually not an asset. It's a liability in reality. But in the reality we live in, the De Beers has thrown so much time, energy, effort, and money at it. They've created a value. It falsely created a value in something. So yeah, Jake could tell you a lot more about that as well. Yeah, Patrick, a buddy of ours, lives over there. He does the SBTV. He lives over in Singapore. It's like a 12-hour time difference. And yeah, you're right. There's money being made hand over fist over there because they're doing things the right way. No, I would not buy a diamond chain. What's up, Mike? Indeed. I actually built a apartment complex for De Beers Diamonds in San Francisco about 25 years ago. It's 100% owned by De Beers. Not only their people were going to live in it, their family members and extended family and all this other crap. It's right at Green Street, when Green Street comes off of the Pacific and then ends, and then just steps going down, and then it continues, and there's like the Castro District down on the bottom of the hill. And it's right at the top of the hill, one building in from the end. We actually almost killed, what was the name? Was it Tom Petty? I think it was Tom Petty we almost killed because it was a dead-end road. We had to back in the semis, and we had the crane set up and shit. And he lived in the building next to the building we were building. And he had this big fucking poodle. He stepped out and it was tight road. He stepped out as the truck was backing up. Of course, we did not kill him. He died on his own. But little story there. Yeah, hook up with Patrick, William. He'll be able to answer all those questions. Next time you see him on live, he's getting better at getting lives going for his American audience because that's the majority of his fucking subscribers. So he's getting better at hitting the time zones for America with lives. And Jake is actually working real hard with him on that. Holy mofo. It is the economic ninja, my peeps. What's up, ninja? How's it going, brother? Holy cow. We usually see a million restaurant tips. What are you doing here tonight? Slow night for you? I can't believe that. You're a busy man. Thank you for stopping by. People, it's the economic ninja. I'm famous. Yeah. No, I love it, brother. Love that you're here, man. If you here's an interesting one, Travis. If you have anything you'd like to know about platinum, let me know so I can pass on information that most people won't tell you about platinum. As most everyone else here will tell you, I'm very well versed at platinum. And have you hooked up with oh, right on. So you do have a little bit of time to chat. Have you hooked up with Ron's Basement? I think he was trying to get a hold of you to do an interview. And he of course, I asked you or told you about that. And it's none of my business. That's why I haven't asked you. But since you're here, sweet, right on. Yeah, I used to be a mod on his channel too. I gave up being a mod and got Jake, one of my moderators here, as a mod on his channel, and I gave up moderating his channel because I only wanted to moderate one channel, and that'd be you, because I support you, as I've always told you. Tuli, you never subscribed to Ninja. Ninja, we got you a subscriber, man. We'll get you 500,000 yet, brother. Tuli's got a following. She just had an ad lib auction for silver that she makes. She makes and pours silver rounds and numismatics, heart designs and stuff like that. Yeah, we just had, again, a side hustle, Ninja. Everyone here's got a side hustle going, brother. What's up, Finn? Sorry I didn't wake you up, brother. We've been going here for about 25 minutes. Yeah, everyone here's got a side hustle, and we all encourage everyone to try and help each other out, with just even information, contact, stuff like that. There, like JM Unleashed has a great channel. And Long Live Coins has a great channel. He's got a lot of information on old coins. What is this cat looking at above my head? What are you looking at? What's up there? Yeah, spread love, not hate, indeed. And every time, Ninja, you say, if you don't like it, watch kitty cat videos. I do kitty cat videos. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I really do. I appreciate it a whole lot, man. Yeah. And he just fell off my back because he got too excited playing. You take care. Peace out, brother. That's my YouTube boss. I got another one behind me. Oh no, she jumped over. See, there's a lot of people. Like I said, when I said JM knows Pat, and I know Pat, we from SBTV. He's in Singapore. We actually do know these people. Okay, little man. Okay, give me hugs. Okay. Yeah, that was a cool visit. What's up, ATM? You just missed Ninja stop by, said hello. But I guess it's appropriate because Tuli had Yankees stop by. So I had to pull out the fucking ace. Whew. Hold on. What was one of those? 5 aces. Sorry. Yeah. No, actually, Jake knows everyone. He knows more people than I do. Or the one person I need to know right now, he knows, which is Andy Sheckman. And that's the one person I do not know. I do know Chris and Yara, and I know his group. I know them, but I do not know Andy. I think he's already left. My boy is very, very busy. Nope, he's still here. He's probably catching what we say in case we talk shit about him. Yeah, that's I'd not only like to get. I need to get a hold of Andy for possible business stuff. Not really business stuff, but kind of sort of business stuff. For me, more business stuff. I mean, it's still business stuff, but he's got more important shit for business to call it business stuff, but still business stuff. I'm gonna start cutting some commercials, basically about platinum, and I want to put him on his. I want to use his platform and for sales and shit like that. I want to be the platinum sales guy for his company, or the face of the platinum sales guy for that company, for his company. Not like I'm already the face of platinum, because I mean, I see a lot of people here in this chat that have bought platinum because I told them to. Yeah, Sal's got a lot of great people. Ancient Shanghai secrets. Yeah, I'm not too, like I said, ATM, I'm not too excited about what gold does because it's just made a new all-time high, man. And if you watch Linda Zhang with her little circle of over-evaluated being at the top, fair evaluated, and undervaluated, you always want to buy the undervaluated assets because they will become over-evaluated. It's been 15 years since platinum made its all-time high, and platinum's all-time high was $2,270 in March 2008, higher than what gold is now. It was 15 years ago. It's a big buy because gold at that time was $1,011. So platinum's definitely undervalued, way undervalued. And it's on its cycle to go up because it's been 15 years since it made that all-time high. So it's on the upswing. Yeah, I know he is, but I got some inside right crosses that I'm going to be throwing to get ahead of those boys. We all have our market. There's room for everybody in this field. And Danikin does have more sway than I got. He's a distributor for Miles Franklin. What can I say? Even though I do, he will be, if things work out right, he'll be showing my commercials. Positive thinking, you know. I'm not sure it's going to happen, but positive thinking makes all things happen eventually. After, you know, it's like, what's his name? Edison said, I didn't spend 999 times learning not how to make, or failing to make a light bulb. I learned 999 ways not to make a light bulb. The 1000th way was the way to do it. Dude, yeah, no, man. You could probably, Mike, you could probably buy that coin a lot cheaper. Just hold off. Yeah, see, another thing, I'm kind of, I guess I need to get a green screen or something. Because the boss, man, saw how shitty my fucking background is. Not that I give a fuck. Andy Halter. Yeah, it's a good interview. You see, run. Hey, what do you want? Wealth? Gold's already passed. It's all made a new all-time high. That's a talking point. Is that not enough of a run? It's time for silver and platinum to move. No, gold will get kicked down and keep going up. Here's something you guys need to think about. When they say charts, they show linear. In reality, they're like this because the economy keeps growing. So they show you charts up and down action like this, when in reality, they're set like this and they're going up and down. So as long as each low is higher than the last low, you're on an upward scale, because you're never really on a flat scale. You're either upward or downward. But yet every chart I've seen is always showing flat. So it's little deceptive tricks they pull. I didn't have the balls to go through with the 18 art, because there's that's kind of shit I could easily get some strikes over. And as I was doing the research, and I jumped the gun on the live. Yeah, I could get, yeah, I could get in trouble for that one, so I didn't do it. But basically, what it is there's private companies out there other than contracted with the DoD to make fighter jets, 6th-gen fighter technology. And there's private corporations in that game now. And yes, there always was, but they were contracted. You know, Raytheon, all them, they're contracted by the DoD to do that. There are now private companies not contracted with the DoD that are making these jets. There's not armed. They don't have weapon technologies on them, but they're still making these like ramjet technology. There's a lot of shit stuff that they're doing. Yeah, I don't want one of those. I've ran most of my short YouTube career with a pending strike looming over my head, waiting for it to go away, or two. And here in the past, well, actually since November 3rd, I've been without any strikes or warnings on my channel, so I might grow. We'll see. Nah. Constitutional. Nickel. What's up, Nickel? Buy some silver and some platinum, Nickel. Turn on your chats. And nickel. Yeah, I'm almost a 3K, Tully. It takes some snaggling, some waggling, and some self promotion. I'm actually hoping. We'll see. I'll wait to see if it happens before I talk about the crap. Yeah, exactly. Constitutional stacker, shameless pugs from other people. That's the best shameless plug. Hey, talk about my shit on your show, man. Like, for example, I'm sure I got like 14 people in here. Had Ninja not stopped by, I'd probably only have like 7 people in here. You know, he came in as a shameless plug. You know? Yeah, it could be William, and you know, I'll get there. Right now, though, with my work, like iron work, and my attitude right now, because I'm kind of pissed at my union, so I'm kind of like, I'm giving them a thumbs up. They'd have to have a real good job for me to take it, or I'd really need money, which I really don't. I mean, I could get shit done a lot quicker if I had income coming in. Yes, but you know, I'm not like hurting. Jake. Trolling's not always a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. It's the viewing hours that matter, viewing time, and or if you're going for shorts, there's a different spectrum. You got to go for shorts. It's still a view, but it's a videos watch because they're 15 seconds or less, and there's numbers there. You ate too much, Gerald. Yeah, William, this one of those things. I'm gonna have to get back to work to buy the stuff to make that happen, and it will happen. Uh, you know, it will happen. It's just not right now. Eventually, yeah, eventually I have a green screen, and I'll probably have like a picture of Sardinia or maybe the lighthouse I lived in Scotland. You know, someplace I lived. It's somewhat beautiful. Pizza comas. Yeah, Jake knows all about that stuff. Cats in Space. Sounds like a good movie. I need a pizza coin, like the Tully coin, but it's like hers is more like saucer shape, like you know, spaceship or something. I want that actually shaped like a pizza with the rounded edges and the lifted up shit for pepperonis. You know, 4 or 5 ounce coin, numismatic pizza, silver pizza. Yeah, my watch hours is going up, so I don't give a crap. You know, ever since my boy Ninja dropped one of my shows on his content page or some community page, uh, I got like 125 subscribers, but my viewing hours have consistently been going up. You know, and that never happened, so I'm quite pleased with that. Subscribers, they haven't gone up. I mean, I guess it's about the same level. Oh yeah, it was Holborn Head Lighthouse, north of Scotland, the most land-based lighthouse in Scotland. I opened up my door, I'd look at North Sea, baby. And let's see, for about 2 months out of the year, there's about 4 hours where it would be daylight. And then most of the rest of that 20 hours, it'd be dark. And then for 2 months out of the year, for 4 hours a day, it would be dark. And the other 20 hours would be light because that's how far north it is. It's more north than any place here in America. And then they have North Sea and that sea breeze. I actually I mean, it was fun, I guess. I can see why they have like red cheeks over there. You're fucking frozen. Absolutely not. I will never go to New York. Never, ever, 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 ever will I go to New York. Nope, 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 nope. That place, man. I live in California. If I'm going anywhere, I'm looking at Alabama. You know, some place where people are a little bit more real, and at least you know if a son of a bitch hates you for a legitimate reason and not just for a dumbass reason. Whereas things are a little more real. Shit out here is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and New York, from my understanding, is on the same pathway as the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff state that I'm in now. And well, I tell you what, man, I go out in the alleyway and I clean up an alleyway and I talk to people, and I don't see how things are going the way they're going out here, because everyone I talk to is like not liking it, but no change ever happens to stop it. Constitutional stacker. Man, such a hater on the freaking Southern girls. Oh, you're talking about someone else. Okay. My bad. I'm hopping in a conversation you haven't. Okay, no, you are talking. Hold on, let me go back. I missed the whole shitload. Oh, I got some thumbs up. I got more thumbs up than I got people here, which is badass. Oh, sweet, William. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I'm not much of a reader. The fact that I don't read a lot got me, and is the reason why people. Yeah, it's a funny story. Uh, when we came back to the States, I was like in fifth. I was in elementary school, fifth grade for like 1 year, and then I went to middle school, which was another school for supposed sixth, seventh, and eighth. And in the middle of sixth grade, I quit. I was like, "Fuck this shit." And so my parents sent me to a private school. I went to private school for the rest of sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, and they had required reading, and I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not doing it because I just don't like reading. And so at the end of the year, I was like 23 required reading credits or something. I had like 5 or some shit, and they're like, we can't pass Neil. We think he's illiterate. Taking him to have an IQ test. So my mom took the time to take me to have an IQ test, and then she went back to school, handed them the test, and they passed me on to 8th grade. Never asked me to read another book because it turned out I had a higher IQ than anyone in the school. I just didn't like reading. I learned other ways. I don't learn that way. Somehow I got a high IQ without reading. And I get all my information without reading. I still get the information. I explained to my neighbor, because we're building a soundproof music studio. So it's a stick framing project, a double wall scenario, all this other crap. And I was trying to explain it to him how people say shit, and I can get shit out of what people say without them even saying it, because this thing works differently than most people's. I'll see a program and I'll get like 6 things out of that program that they didn't say. I don't know how I do it. I did a lot of acid. No, but see, my IQ was tested before I did a lot of acid, so can't give credit to acid. I can give credit to my mom not allowing the doctors to give me Prozac and lithium in 2nd grade like they wanted, which tells me that high brain activity young child leads to a higher IQ. So keep that fucker active. Put in rock climbing or climbing trees or swimming oceans or something. What are we talking about here? So, anything you guys want to talk about? Some mental stimulation. And Jake, I have encouraged that ever since we've met, that you build an outdoor pizza oven and sell it to the zombies when the zombie apocalypse comes, and take their silver before they go off and start biting people. You'll have all the silver. You'll give them pizza. They'll eat the pizza instead of you. It's about the same consistency of biting into flesh, How is opinion different from truth? What is truth? But anyone in particular's opinion. Now, how they developed that opinion is the question. What the hell? Am I feeling a kitty cat? Is there a kitty cat fucking with me? There is a kitty cat messing with me. How one develops their opinion. Do I speak Spanish? Ni sprechen Sie Deutsch. Or ich nicht sprechen Sie Español. Ich sprechen Sie sehr guten Deutsch. I could probably speak a lot better German if someone spoke German around me that I could hear a lot, and I would stay fresh on top of it. But about 37 years ago, I knew German pretty decently. Not Spanish. Never learned. I actually refused to learn Spanish because they refused to learn English. So I'm like, hey, check this out. If I'm a boss man on a job, you don't know English, you better know what the fuck I'm saying, or else I'll lay you off. I don't care who you are, how good you are. And as for safety, you better speak English, because if I say heads up, I don't want to have to say it in a different language. Tiramisu. What is tiramisu? Kakdila Kharsha. I know a little bit of Russian. Good point, William. And that is a most probable possibility for that philosophical discussion about the opinions of truth, because it's totally opinionated, based on how you were raised. What truth? Truth is subjective. That's where you go through history, and if history was properly recorded, you could find out actual truth based off of your perspective or opinion. Where did heads up originate? Probably the first person that got hit on the head on a job site. Oh, hey, I'm a dollar or something, but I didn't know what dollar. How about heads up, motherfucker? I really don't know. I'm sorry. At the ATM. That was just my smartass opinion. I do know. I finally found out one of my favorite ironworking pictures was staged. I kind of sort of already knew it, but Russian is an interesting language. Try writing it. It's fucked up. So is Arabic. It's possible, William. Perhaps we measure truth with cubit and measure fact with math and science. I would say fact with math because science is ever changing and anything based on science. If you have some stupid idiot in charge of a medical organization that says, we follow the science, it's a dumbass. Tell them to follow the math and see where the science leads before you take anyone down that dumbass road. The science changes as knowledge comes in. Back in the Neanderthal days, one apple and one apple meant two apples. Today, one apple and one apple means you have two apples. Never changes. Math never changes. Science does. Yeah, I don't know about that terrorism, whatever. That desert, the desert of terrorism, whatever the word is. Interesting, Wealth or William. Hold on, let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, see, the thing is, yeah, Spanish is a different thought process. It's a backwards thought process on full words and meanings of several words in English used in was one word put in front of the sentence, and then it's different from it's a more ignorant language than English. You gotta dumb yourself down to learn it. And that's why everyone should learn English because it's a harder language, and that means you're increasing. And we should be having people that come to this country increase their brain power, not decrease it. We have enough stupid freaking people in this country. Doomkopf. You know Scheißkopf? You know the Koff families? Jake, that was for Jake. Keep it PG, Gerald. Italian, that is a language. When I lived in Italy, I actually had to learn, and there was no one to teach me Italian. And how I learned Italian, I was in second and third grade, and there was a movie theater that only opened on Saturday, and it showed 3 movies, and they were all in Italian. And they were all John Wayne movies, originally done, of course, in English, but dubbed in Italian to where when you were watching the movie, if you understood English, you could read the lips, but you would hear it in Italian. That's how I learned Italian. Through John Wayne movies dubbed into Italian. I'd read John Wayne's lips, see what he said, and and after enough time of just hearing it, I picked it up. I was like, Dove, was it? Shit, fuck, it's been 45 years now. It was a second, third grade, and I have not had to use it ever since. Yeah, John Wayne movies. It was 73, 74, 70, 72, 73, 74. John Wayne is a big thing in Italy. As a matter of fact, where we lived in Italy in Santa Teresa was the first year the Navy base had opened up on a 99-year lease with the Italian government, and they didn't even have the PX, the commissary, or the hospital built yet. And we moved in, and we had to live in a town 15 kilometers away because they didn't even have naval housing at that time. So there wasn't that. There was like 5 Americans in the town we lived in, or 5 English speaking families. and none of them had second graders except for me. So I had the whole country to myself, and no one knew what the fuck I was saying. So I had to learn language, and there was no one there to teach because no one knew English, because no one had been there fucking forever that spoke English. It was a small Santa Teresa. Now it's huge. Back then it was like two roads. One road went straight into the Mediterranean. Road went along the Mediterranean. No, I have not, art collector. Dude, I tell you what, man. Go to if you go to here's how you, if you want to do France and Italy, go into the Mediterranean and go to the French island of Corsica and stay there and enjoy that. And because you'll enjoy it so much, go 3 miles south to the Italian island of Sardinia and stay there. So that way you can have said you stayed in France and Italy, and it'll be the cheapest stay in France and Italy you'll ever had. And the water, 30-foot clear, 40-foot clarity, visibility. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Some of the most beautiful water I've seen with my own eyes. And yeah, the food you get right out of that water. There's one second grade, we were, because we had to go from Santa Teresa to Palau to catch the ferry that came every half hour that took you to the American island that got leased to America, where the Navy base was. And there was a Pablo's bar there, and then there was a little dock where all the local fishermen came in. So we were waiting one day, and my mom and my dad and my brother and myself, and I always wandered off. So I go over to where the fisherman was, because you could see the bottom. There was coral underneath where these boats were. You could see the shadow of the boat, right? So I see this octopus. I look over, I see this Italian. I saw, holler over to him. I say, "Hey, bring me your trident." So he brings it to me after a little bit of me yelling at him, because I was only in second grade. He was like, "What the fuck's this American kid doing yelling at me?" So I pointed at it. I grabbed his trident. It was like a 13-foot handle, man. I could barely hold that son of a bitch. And he saw what I was going for. He was like, blah, 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 get it. And he fucking dug in there and got that son of a bitch, pulled it out and discoupled his long pulley part, picked me up, put me on his shoulder, walked in the back door of Pablo's Bar and Grill, which is Bar and Grill, set me up on the bar, handed the fucking octopus on the trident to Pablo, the owner, who instantly called his wife out in the back who's doing the cooking. She came out, got the octopus, and Pablo said something about everyone beers on Neil. So the first bar party I ever hosted, Tuli. What I did tonight, I was born to do. My first bar party I ever hosted, I was in second grade, and I fed everybody fresh calamari from the ocean, from the Mediterranean. Dude, Pablo let me have any ice cream bar I wanted. My mom and dad missed the ferry, obviously, because they were looking for their son. And why would a second grader be in a bar? Well, eventually my dad figured it out. My mom wanted to kill me. My dad was very proud that his son in second grade was hosting a bar party, and I bought my dad a beer in second grade. One hell of a time. I had a great time. Yeah, it was fresh calamari. It was awesome. It was one of the best. I got several of those stories. I always did shit like that. Yeah, I fed a whole fucking bar, and all I wanted was ice cream. I was in second grade. Let's get real. I was standing on top of a bar, and Pablo opened both the freaking things. They were like the Coke dispensers, the old Coke dispensers that had Cokes in them that you had to like pop open like that. But they were filled with I remember I had a Mickey Mouse one that had the vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate, and it was coated in chocolate. And then on this side, I had some other one, but because my mom said I couldn't have any, but Pablo said I could, so I fucking had two of them. It was fucking awesome, man. Jake, you need to watch my videos more. We already showed Iran exactly what we can do, and they are very scared. And so is China. And again, I did a video where we almost destroyed their whole Navy by accident. Just with our little war games, we almost fucking sunk their fucking number one fucking ship. They freaked the fuck out. They're scared shitless. Little non-fighting little peoples. Hey, Callie, what's up? Hopefully that'll change here soon, and we'll get everything back to normal-ish. I actually stayed in Rome for 6 weeks. Again, between second and third grade, I got to know a guy who owned 16. I was in second grade. He owned 16 furniture shops in Italy. One of them was in Santa Teresa because he found it such a beautiful location and it's so peaceful. He had opened up a shop there so he could stay in the summertime, and this was summertime. And he let us stay in his flat that he had in Rome. It was 6 blocks from the Colosseum. Now, understand this. Back then, the Colosseum was still being filled with the trash from the people that lived in Rome. And oddly enough, where you can't go now because it's shut off because archaeological bullcrap. I played with my brother in the trash in the fucking Colosseum. And also, proof positive, anyone's ever goes to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, as you get, it's the 7th step from the top, the riser on the inside, you'll see carved, etched in there, an N, and the last part of the N goes into an A, and then there's another letter, and with one like that, it's NH. That's my initials. I carved them in there because I knew people wouldn't believe me, so I wanted something permanent, and I broke out my little knife and I carved NAH because there was no handrails back then. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't care about anything or anyone back in the 70s. So you can go there to this day and you'll see Picasso Neal engraved NAH on the 7th from the last top riser from the Leaning Tower of Pisa on the inside of the stair rails. Boom, look at NAH. You'll see it till this day. I am not lying. I was hell on earth when I was over there, dude. The Italian government threatened to deport me all the time. I hope they were joking. I'm sure they were joking. They just said that trying to scare me, and I didn't believe them. Nickel, I'm leaving that one alone. Right on, William. There's a Roman castle in Sardinia, in Sardinia, northern part of Sardinia, just northwest of Santa Teresa by like maybe 3 kilometers, 2 kilometers. It's now markered off. Archaeologists again doing their shit. I used to play hide and seek in that house, in that castle. And we used to get our lobsters. We'd go after we were finished playing and we had to go to the house. We'd go down there because the water's so fucking clear. And they had like rocks that would come out of the water because it's like a rocky coastline in some areas. And in some areas you get the beachy shit, but it's a lot of rocks. So we'd stand on these rocks and lobsters would come in trains, like fucking 50 or 60 of them, a couple trains, lots of lobsters. So we'd just jump down, 3 of us, me, my brother, and another 5th grader, my brother's friend, James White, black guy, only black guy in Italy, I think. At least our age. And we'd jump in and grab some lobsters and take them home and eat them. And then because I spent so much time by myself, I'd sit on top of the hill because the hill would be like go straight down into the water. And I'd see these old Italian gentlemen that always have suits and ties on, like 5 of them, 4 rowing and 1 standing on the top. And there'd be like 2 boats. And they were looking for schools of sardines. And I was like fucking 200 foot above them, but like maybe 100 yards away, this way. So I started hollering down to them, telling them where the fucking sardines were, and finally got their attention. And when I pointed sardines out to them, and every time I did that, I'd get this big fucking bucket of fresh sardines right out of the Mediterranean. And my mom had this friend that lived in La Maddalena, which is a very wealthy area of Sardinia, Santa Teresa, or Sardinia. A French lady married to a Navy guy, my dad's friend. So we'd take them all over there, and she like did this French shit with the sardines, and every weekend we'd have fresh sardines for fucking lunch over at her house, or lobster, or crab, or sea urchins, or clams, or mussels, or some sort of fish or octopus. And then we go to freaking Scotland with my grandfather's lighthouse keeper. So just imagine how much seafood you get from a lighthouse keeper. So I had a lot of seafood as a kid that might have something to do with brain activity. You guys are having fun in this show. This is awesome. I love it. I love it. 70 is she's allowed in here, guys. She has been here before. That's what I'm talking about, Gerald. These guys are fucking killing me, man. Here I am telling stories and they're telling better ones. Yes, Wealth of Nations. It's in a lot better shape. What they did, and I actually suggested, we have a building, a 50-story building in San Francisco. Joe Namath owns the top floor of it. It's leaning because of all the buildings we built and all the downward pressure relieved by taking the soil out and putting 7 or 8 floors, 10 floors, 12 floors of basement before you get to ground level. And this building started leaning. 50-story, downtown San Francisco. Not too many people talking about it. And I told them about how they stopped, and they said that they could reverse the Leaning Tower of Pisa with the technology that they used to solidify the ground to stop it from leaning. They gave the city the option of getting the Leaning Tower of Pisa perfectly straight, and the city said, no, we want it leaning because that's how it's supposed to be for pictures and everything else. So the technology exists, and it's freezing the ground and then making it concrete while freezing it, or some shit like that. I did actually tell the guys in San Francisco about that. Dude, I spent 5 years building in just downtown San Francisco, 51-story, 247 stories, and Transbay Terminal, which is a 4-city long block, 3-story train to nowhere terminal. That's right, Constitutional Stacker building. You met me. I don't swing that way. I do not swing that way, but I do swing away if people play. Yes, Italy does have a super volcano, Ike. There's quite a few of them actually all throughout the world. Right off the coast of South Africa. That's how the diamonds all got South Africa. Every dormant volcano, super volcano's plume or whatever it's called, what used to shoot out. What's up, Salty? They're all actually where there's 3 of them on this planet, and all of them are diamonds are located. Oh, Bark at the Moon. That's a good song to jam to. You know, with all the shaking and rocking along the what they call the Ring of Fire, the Philippines is part of the Ring of Fire, and that shit's rocking right now. But if you look at it, California's already had its rocking period. We had our 6.8 35 years ago. It took down the fucking major artery of the fucking Bay Area. It took down the Bay Bridge and all of its. We had a badass shakeup. So if you look geological time, 35, 40 years ain't shit. So it's their turn to shake. And no offense, but rather them than us. That's what happens when you're on your knees working on cars. But the benefit of working on your cars is you just save yourself a lot of money, and you have something that you know that you did. So there's pride in that. Hey, Constitutional, leave us alone. We're getting rid of our governor. He just made himself look like an ass when he tried to debate some other governor. And that's all I want to say about that. I didn't watch it. got a mountain climber on me. Is he going to make it the whole way? Yes, he did. Yeah, and I'm excited for gold. I'm going to be more excited for the two precious metal asset classes that are at half of their all-time high or lower. And that's the way I look at investment in asset classes. Yeah, you see that hike? It just went up and over. Use me as a freaking rock. Yeah, I mean, gold's past its all-time high. How much higher can it go? 10, 15, 20%. But platinum's at 25% from where it should be and about 60% off of its all-time high. So if it goes up 20% after going up, so it's got 90% to go. So it's looking to get past its last all-time high was 15 years ago at 2270. So it should go to 26, 27, which is even higher than what gold's all-time high, new all-time high is going to be. So I would purchase that platinum if I had money and wanted to waste it on a large purchase for a small amount of stuff. Otherwise, I'd buy silver because silver is probably going to be the real big winner as far as monetary gain for percentage of rise. My honest belief, even though I love platinum, I think silver is going to be the more monetarily prosperous precious metal to hold, unless they do a historical move, which is never charted and you can hold no one accountable for, but I'll still talk about and say this. If they reevaluate gold, then overnight, whoever owns gold will prosper big time. But they don't want us to prosper. So will that happen? It's kind of anti-intuitive to what our government does. They don't help us. So silver and platinum are 50% or lower off of their all-time highs, which means they've got a lot of room to run. Platinum's stagnant because South Africa is not bankrupt yet. It's an economic war. It's geopolitical. It has nothing to do with charts. It's all geopolitical. I will be investing in Lightning by next year. I hope to have my Lightning crystal box made sometime by the end of January so I can start that process. Because then money will be coming in. Yeah, exactly. Nickel 50% off sale, and nickel's 80% and platinum's 65%. So there's a lot better investments. But see, the only problem I have with nickel is they stopped nickel from running. Was it nickel they stopped when it was running? And they just closed the market down to stop it from going. It's like, damn, man, everyone who should have won lost because no one wanted them to win who's running the game, Salty Monkey, no, I want everyone to take advantage of it. I'm not telling people this for me. I'm not doing it for views. I want everyone who can take advantage of the platinum that I'm telling people about and all the information I give people about platinum. I want them to take a 100% advantage of it right here, right now, because under $1,000, platinum is a steal. And if you can afford it, it'll be one of the best investments you've ever made if you have time to wait and patience to wait till the bullshit geopolitical crap's over with and we can go back to normal charting ranges. Normal charting ranges puts platinum at twice the price of gold for eternity that has been charted up until South Africa joined BRICS. Once South Africa joined BRICS, the gold to platinum show that was going on like this went like this. About the same year that South Africa joined BRICS, platinum, gold. South Africa joins BRICS, platinum, gold. It's geopolitical. And quite frankly, South Africa's fixing to go bankrupt as a country. So it's not going to last much longer. Once they're bankrupt as a country, wow, economic war, I guess, would be over at that point in time. Therefore, why suppress the price and make it unnaturally low to hurt your economic enemy? Which is what's happening. Yeah, Gerald, actually anything under 30. I tell people right now, silver, anything under 30, buy it like crazy because it's a steal. Anything under $30 an ounce, silver's a steal. Copper, yeah, having a lot of copper actually. Because see, what's probably gonna happen is we're gonna fucking just repeat again, just like charts. They show them like this, but in reality, it goes like this because the economy keeps growing. There's gonna be a time where we revert back to a type of land baron scenario where we will be using copper more as a base of conversion of goods and services, and then silver for the more expensive, then gold if you really like want to buy a house or a lot of land, and that type of thing. That's why a lot of people won't have the gold. More people will have the silver and the platinum. That's Dixie. She's playing with Whitey. And then I've got Little Man behind me. Actually, no, we're not, Wealth of Nations. And believe it or not, the last administration told you exactly how much money we technically had. And you can legally leverage 100 times what you have. And we have $61 trillion worth of resources under our feet here in America. And if you can legally leverage it, which is why the banks are in trouble, but you can still legally do it, legally leverage it 100 times, that means we have $601 trillion worth of leverage of resources. America is fine. It's the fiat dollar system that's changing. That's all. America will still be fine because we'll be selling oil and natural gas soon world in American currency, whatever form that will take. And that's going to help the new form of American currency take a foothold. And I am hoping that form is backed by silver and gold, or gold alone, but still a more commodity-based currency. And history and time and evolution of how things are working are showing that we're moving in that direction as a society worldwide. So I don't see why it wouldn't go in that direction. We'd be bucking the curve if we didn't go in that direction. Everything comes in ebbs and flows, man. You got to see. Right on, Jake. Appreciate you for being there, brother. You got to see in time, in history, how things ebb and flow. Why did someone not succeed here, but yet someone else did the exact same thing and they succeeded here? Because it wasn't the right time. There's a timing for everything. Roe v. Wade just got overturned. Things are changing. All around, things are changing. So it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be better after it's over. Hang in there. Hopefully you can profit. That's why we're all gathering together to share knowledge, share information, connections, help people make things happen. That's what this is all about. Build it up so when the time comes, when the shit hit the fan, we won't be as bad off as everyone else because we've already made a community for ourselves. And, if someone needs a phone number over in a certain area to get a hold of a certain person, they might know someone that can give them a discount for doing something because they know them and you don't know them. And, things like that's going to happen easily with us because we're communicating and making base relationships now in preparation for that. So, copper, art collector. And I would actually see what I could do about finding as much copper and aluminum cans, believe it or not. They're about 10 or 11 cents per can. And I actually make a decent amount every time I just turn in cans of stuff that I use, sodas and stuff like that I pick up from me and my friends, places at work. And I collect aluminum cans. It's a great, a penny saved is a penny earned. So if you're going to pick up a dime, you're doing better than saving a penny. And each can you walk over is a dime. 10 of them is $1. Next time you're out healthy, walking around your neighborhood, clean up. Hey, there's a 2 for 1. You're walking around, you're getting healthy, and you're cleaning up. And hold on, save the aluminum cans because now you're getting paid to walk around, get healthy, and clean up. 3 for 1. Before 1982, I believe the copper is in the penny. After that, it's not in the penny. Please, if anyone knows any more than that in the chat, correct me. 1982. Thank you very much. Long live coins. Oh, now I look up. Everyone said it. Constitutional art. Everyone said it. Yeah, zinc is now. But yeah, I'm amazed that people don't collect cans wherever you go. If you stop or get out to do something, there's an aluminum can there. Find a place, just keep it there. Like they're a dime. 10 of them make $1. Yeah, it doesn't make much, but 100 of them's $10, and that's 2 gallons of gas for picking up cans. I think it's pretty much around the board about a dime, because the price of aluminum's set across the board, John. It's not just in California. We have extra CRV added, and actually in other states it could probably be worth more than a dime if there's CRV added, and you get a refund of a state prepaid tax. You can get more than 10 cents per can, depending on what state you're in. I think Michigan and a couple other states charge like 5 or 10 cents, which means each can could be worth 15 or 20 cents because of the SRP that you paid in advance while purchasing the product. They do that a lot for plastics, and some states do that for aluminum cans as well. So it could be worth more in your state. You'd have to check it out. It's going to be at least worth what the aluminum spot price is worth, and that's around, once you add up the weight of 10 or 11 16-ounce cans, you get a pound. So that specific number type of aluminum at a 1 pound weight is approximately what you're going to get. A little less, because there's a lot of, they got to like smelt it and whatever, but it's still in a pure form. They just got to smelt it down back into a brick. So you won't get the exact probably spot. You'll get less than spot, and it turns out to be about a dime, depending on the greed of the company you're working with as well. There's factors, but for the most part, yeah, see, you used arbitrage, or whatever that fucking word is that I already forgot, that I was already told that I already forgot. All right, Wealth of Nations, you take it easy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this because I got to step outside myself. I got to check on the neighbor's property because they're out doing a job. Hush, Constitutional Stacker. I wanted to let everyone know I'm the only one to let Constitutional Stacker in his house when he came down here. The rest of those guys took out a meeting somewhere because they didn't want to let him inside his house and keep him warm. I was like, this skinny white boy's going to freeze up here. Let me bring his little skinny ass into my house so he doesn't blow away in the wind. And I allowed him into my house. And yes, he got stoned because I smoked with him around me because I'm an asshole. And he doesn't smoke. But yeah, I'm gonna end this one, guys. Remember, be kind, helpful, and grateful. It's always the best play to make. And that's what we need to spread and teach to the next generation, because it'll make for a better world. And we all have to live here, no matter what the fuck we think, feel, or believe. One thing is for sure, we all have to live here. So let's live here happily and peacefully. It works better for everybody. I need to move this so I can see where this little button thingy is. I gotta push, and then I'll push this back up so you guys don't think I'm being just moving it. Thank each and every one of you for being here. Be kind, helpful, grateful. God bless America and each and every one of you. Peace out.